Hello, hello. Welcome. This is Ed Reiner with your daily dose of mind stuff. It's day 29. If you were with me yesterday, I think I said I was like on day 24 or something. I had the wrong background card up, and it was because yesterday was September 24th, and that kind of threw me on my days. So we're on 29, almost 30 days in, and we're gonna continue on. We're getting close to being done with this segment of the paradigm shift information, and on this one, Bob is going to be going into controlling the flow. We're going to be talking a lot on frequencies and how everything is interconnected. Everything operates on a frequency. We are energy, we are spirit, we are a mass of molecules at a high speed of vibration, and everything is connected through vibrations, or another word would be frequencies. So let's get into it, and I'm going to share my screen. We'll get over to Bob, and I will see you guys in just a few.
And I'm going to spend about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to invite a very lovely lady that has probably helped more people than you'd even guess. Control the flow. You see, the energy flows to and through you. You've got to control the flow. And if you don't, it will start controlling you. Only it'll be an idea from here and an idea from there and one from here and one from back here, and you'll be bouncing all over the place like a ping pong ball or like a cork in the ocean. You got to control it. Control the flow of the thought energy. Let it flow freely to and through you, improving everything with which it connects. Now let's think of this. You are a mass of energy in a very high frequency. You're a mass of energy. Understand, your body, it's your body. You do not let the body control you. You control the body. It's like your car, your house, your body. It's a mass of energy, and it functions on frequencies. Semyon Kurlian, way back in the 30s, 34, perfected a form of photography where you could photograph mass, and the energy coming from the body could be actually photographed. The density and the color of it could be photographed. And as the person changes the images in the mind, the density, the color, the energy changes. That's going on with you right now. Right now. You have faculty where you can walk up and feel that energy, and you know how their mind's functioning. You can do that. We have such awesome power, and we wander around. I don't think I can do that. You can do anything. You just don't know how. A frequency is a level of vibration. That's what a frequency is. Your phone operates on a frequency. There are millions of frequencies, an infinite number of them. There is no end to the number of frequencies. This stanchion operates on a frequency. The carpet on the floor operates on a frequency. The suit that I'm wearing operates on a frequency. My hair is operating on a frequency. My tongue, my eyes, everything operates on a frequency. And there's an infinite number of frequencies. There's no end to them. And everyone is connected to the one above and the one below. There's no line of demarcation. They're all connected like the color of a rainbow. Now, if you carry that concept far enough, you'll realize that everything is connected. Everything is connected. Einstein said the intuitive mind is a sacred gift. The rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Perception, memory, imagination, reason, intuition, the will. They're the gift. Take the time to study any one of them, and you'll take a big leap ahead in life. Let this X represent where you are. We could say that X represents where Phil Goldfine was that day 20 years ago when he flew over to Vegas to meet with me. That X can represent you where you are right now. I want you to think of what you do. I want you to think of what you're doing with your life, and I want you to think of what you would like to do with your life. I want you to think of where you would like to go. What is it that you really like to accomplish? And don't play games with yourself, and absolutely refuse to settle. Make up your mind you're going to make it happen, and you're going to make it happen in a very big way. Take an honest look at where you are, and you'll see how you got there. There is a pattern of events, of levels of awareness you structured that you followed, and you got to that X where you are right now. So this is where you are, and you recognize where you are. And you're sitting here, and I'm saying, what do you really want? Remember Sandy said, that's all I could hear him say. What do you really want? What do you really want? What do you really want? Let your mind go. Let it just take off. Anything you want. Doesn't matter what it is. You'll say, I want that. But I don't know how to get there. Hell, I don't have the money. I don't know how to do it. I mean, that's way out there. And so you know what we do? We just let it fade. You say, I want that, but nah, I don't know how to do that. So we let it fade. Here's what we want to really understand. I want you to think of what I'm saying here. Understand this. When you say, I want that, and you see it in your imagination, understand that's a frequency that you went to. That is a frequency that you went to. Do absolutely refuse to let your present situation influence you in any way. Just know you took your mind, you went there. There is a place. And you went there. I don't care what it is. How do you think I got here? How do you think we got 118 countries on our Zoom? How do you think we got consultants in 88 countries? Think that's an accident? I sat down in a den on a house in Maplewood Lane in Glenview, Illinois, by myself. And I wrote on a pad, I'm going to build a company that operates all over the world. We are operating all over the world. When I wrote that, I had no idea how I was going to do that. But I had an understanding I didn't have to know how I was going to do it. I just had to know I was going to do it. There is a place. And unfortunately, we just let it all fade. Now, the moment your belief matches with any state, you fuse with it. You become one with it. This union results in the activation and projection of its plots, plans, conditions, and circumstances. All kinds of things happen. When your energy joins with that frequency and you're one with that frequency, magic starts to happen in the universe. The whole universe is here to serve us. Think. This new state of conscious awareness becomes your home from which you view the world. You've got to act like the person you want to become. That's what Curtis said. Before you can do something, you've got to be something. This is your new home. You don't act the way you were when you come in. And when you go home, somebody says, who the hell do you think you are? Say, if you only knew. Let me tell you something. Listen. To say that or do that takes confidence. Confidence comes from knowledge. Study this enough. You'll get it. You don't know what you can do. It's your workshop. And if you're observant, you're going to see outer reality shaping itself upon the model of your imagination. When you move on to a higher frequency, you'll be communicating with the world foreign to and beyond the reach of your five senses. Keep in mind, you've probably been living through your five senses since you were born. When you move on to a higher frequency, you're going to be communicating with a world that's totally foreign to and beyond the reach of your five senses. Now, Steve Jobs knew something. He said, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in the future. You know what happens? When you make a committed decision, baby, this is what's going to happen. You watch it. And you're going to notice that I did it. And when you get there, you're going to say, damn, I could have gone there. You know, bottom line is, you have no idea what you're capable of doing. Absolutely none. What do we say? Most people are extras in their own movie. What do you really want? Now, here's something we want to realize. We control the flow. We control it. We're in control. When you see a person, they start to do something here, and then they go over there, and then they come back here, and then they're going to, they're like a cork in the ocean. They're not in control of themselves. There's suggestions and people and ideas and things that are in control of them. We want to let this power flow freely to and through us, improving everything with which it connects. Here's something we must remember. To move to a considerably higher frequency of thought, you must first consent. You can't do this because I want you to. You can't do it because I'm telling you you can. You first got to consent, and then you have to adapt to the ideas and feelings the new frequency represents. Now, Phil said something here that was rather interesting. He said, logic told him this guy doesn't know anything about the movie industry. Then he said, what the hell? My way's not working. I'm going to try his. Well, you see, that's what Ray Stanford said to me when he gave me this book. He said, Bob, your way's not working. Why don't you try mine? Well, prior to that, he said, have you ever seen me when I was broke? And I said, no. He said, did you ever see me when I was sad? I said, no. He said, did you ever see me when I was sick? I said, no. But he said, you're going to be one of the most miserable people in the world. You're always sick and you're always broke. He said, why don't you do what I'm telling you? He said, your way's not working, mine is. Mine works very well. You've heard the Piscuzzis? You've heard Phil? And there's a lot of other people in the room. At the suggestion of a move, though, your paradigm will instantly put up a royal battle. And it will continually fight you. You must take conscious control over the paradigm remove and replace it.
I know I say it every time. You're going to want to watch that over and over again. I watched that a couple times last night, and I even got some more things today from watching it. So he's talking about controlling the flow, and something that stood out for me, which um, was something that in my life had happened, is that I was not controlling the flow for years, and I had been studying this information. I was all over the place. Looking, there's an opportunity that came up. Oh yeah, this would be good. Fooling myself that all of this stuff was in harmony with what I've been studying, but it wasn't what I wanted. I wasn't going after what I wanted. And that is one of the biggest keys, is you have to have that target. Like he had up there, the X up on that higher frequency. You've got to have something big that you're going for. And if it's not super big, you're not going to be inspired to go for it. So I had fooled myself into thinking that I was going for something big, but I was popping around with on the A and the B level that we talked about earlier, that the three levels of goals, the A, B, and C. A is what you know you can do, B is what you think you can do, and the C is where you stretch and go after what you really want. I didn't know what I really wanted. So I was kind of fooling myself and was in that B area. And for years teetering back and forth because I wasn't controlling the flow. So I was constantly, and that leads to a lot of frustration. I mean, I'm telling you, it's very frustrating. That's why Bob emphasizes so much, and the information that we have at Proctor Gallagher, that we really want you to figure out what it is that you want. Not what you think you can do, not what you know you can do. What is it that you really want? Like Bob said, take the lid off. Don't think about how it's going to happen or how you're going to do it. What is it that you really, really want? You're not going to see the way there. Like Steve Jobs says, you connect the dots after you get there. So once you figure that out, things start to happen. And as it was said in the quote he was reading, when your belief is fused, you have to have that belief. If you don't have the belief, it ain't going to happen. You know, what did Napoleon Hill say? The state of mind must be belief and not mere hope or wish. Open minds, you have to have an open mind, because closed minds will not inspire faith, courage, or belief. So you got to have an open mind, and you got to believe you can do it. And if you buy into what we're teaching here and what Bob's teaching about us being spiritual beings, and we have this power that's flowing to and through us, we have been gifted with infinite potential, then we are capable of doing it. The belief has to be there. We have to believe. So I would encourage you to watch this one over again. Like I say, every time they're just so good. This information's so good. And the more you listen to it, the more you get out of it. And when we finish this, these segments that I've got here on the paradigm shift, I'll go over why repetition is so important. And he may go over that in one of the videos. I haven't gone that far ahead yet. But you can continue to listen to this stuff over and over and over and over again, and you're always going to get something else out of it, because you're growing, your awareness is expanding. It's not that there's something new there's something new within you that you're starting to see. So watch this again. I'm actually going to, as soon as I finish this, I'm going to put it back on again, because there were some ideas that popped. And that's the other thing. When you go through this type of information, write your goal down. you have a notepad that you take notes with when you watch stuff like this. Write your goal on the top and go in it with the intention of that something that you're watching is going to spark an idea or move you or give you an inspired action to take that's going to move you closer to your goal. And when you have that intent and you're watching this, ideas will start to come. And I got a couple ideas just from this, and I know I'm going to watch it again. And I suggest you do the same. And I will see you guys tomorrow around the same time, 12:30. We've got some things going on, so it'll be somewhere around there. But I will definitely be here tomorrow. So I hope you guys join me. Once again, this is Ed Reiner. Peace. God bless.